Hello and welcome to another YuGiJoe video, and this time we have the first place deck list from the Outs Open. Yes, we provided a very large-ish tournament. So here we have...
me.
The first place Monarch deck. Do you want to take us through the deck list?
Alright. So you got 3 Erebus, 3 Ether. Pretty standard. 1 Caius. I played Caius instead of Thessalos because I didn't have Thessalos, and that's pretty much it. But it actually worked out really well. Playing Abyss, banishing their stuff, just you win. Again, 1 Majesties because I needed a 11th Tribute, and that was the best I had. 2 Caress. I borrowed the second one off Sam. And yeah.
Who'd you borrow the rest of the cards from?
The rest of the cards are from you. You
Yeah.
know that. Shout out. So yeah, you bring off Caress off Ether, and it's great. And again, in the mirror, which didn't actually come up, but in the mirror it's really strong because you clear your board, and then they can't really do much.
Okay.
And then onto the Tribute Fodder. So I played 2 Red Lair. I would have played the 3rd if I had one, which I now do, but I didn't, so I couldn't. I didn't play Italy or Blue Lair, and the reason is that because I was playing the Squire build, and you don't need both.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't really afraid of Veiler. But I did side the Blues and the Italy, so if I thought that people were going to play Veiler, then I'd side in that over some of the Squires.
Yeah.
3 Idia, 1 Reinforcements. That's basically just the 4th copy. Nothing else, nothing to explain. 2 Idus and 2 Mithra. These are obviously the targets for Idia. I only played 2 of these instead of the 3rd because this is better like 95% of the time that you want the 3rd one of these. You're better off having this because if you draw multiples of this, it's dead. If you draw multiples of this, you can still use both.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I played both. And then 2 of these because it's just, I needed extra tribute fodder. And that's all the monsters. And spells, standard, 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 and a terraforming because I think terraforming was ended up being like card 37 or something. And I wanted to see domain more often because, especially with this build, you need sometimes the extra tribute fodder. And domain basically means you have 1 extra tribute fodder for your monarchs. What was that? That's all the spells.
Do you have a hefty trap lineup?
Yeah, and all those traps, so again, standard. There's really not much to explain about this.
Would you keep it?
Yeah. It was actually not very good today, but it's better with Thessalos, but with Caius, when you've got monsters and you're summoning in your opponent's turn, and you get that with return, and you just build up advantage, and they can't do anything.
Yeah.
Prime is obviously amazing. You can't really play less than 3 of that. Onto the side deck. So I sided 1 Majesties for any Mermel and Cosmo. Didn't come up for Mermel, and I didn't see it against Cosmo, so really not very useful.
It's not a great guy.
Fader was for various OTK decks. Despot, which was I didn't play, and also for time because if you see one of these at a time, and you can summon a Caius, you can usually stall out the turns of time, burn them with the Caius for damage, and just use that to win. And because it was Monarchs, and we were playing 30-minute rounds, you go into time a lot. And then it was for King Outs, Land Robes and Breakthrough Scale. This is really good because you can negate something, and then they can't summon full King for the rest of the game. Because that's a waste of time for them. This is also really, really good against Burning Abyss, which came up in the final and in round 4-5. So obviously you set their Burning Abyss, they can't summon anymore. They just have to wait until you play. So yeah, that actually ended up winning me the match because he had a fucking out with 3k. I land-robed it, booked it, and then he tried to flip summon it and attack, and obviously it had 0 attack.
Yeah.
So that was that. Back Crowhate. Mobius came in only once because it was against a slower deck, which wasn't playing Floodgates. If against Floodgates, there's no point summoning this because the Floodgates are stopping you playing, so you can't actually use it. MST just gets rid of them. That's fairly standard. If I expected Master Restrict, that came in.
Would you not play Twin Twisters over it, seeing as you can discard the red layer?
If I had Twin Twisters, I would play Twin Twisters.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, those don't. I'm poor. I'm a student. We don't have money.
True.
And then yeah, this was if I thought that I would see Veiler's game 2 and 3, I'd side in this. I should have brought this and the MSTs in against my Cosmo matchup. He ended up having Veiler and Master Restrict for my Idia and Tribute Summons, so I couldn't play, and I didn't side in any of these, so I basically just had to scoop. Because there's no main deck outs. This, yeah, I didn't side it in all tournament because I didn't expect Veilers in any of the matchups, but if Veilers were coming in, then I'd side out. So yeah, you side out like an Idiot, a couple of Idia, an Edus, and a Mithra, and you side in those, and a couple more of the Tribute fodder from the other rest of the side, so like the Faders.
Okay. So obviously no extra deck. Do you want to give us some information about the matchups that you played today?
So I played, I don't know, what did I play? Yeah, so round 1 was the Monarch Mirror, which was a draw, because it's a Monarch Mirror.
Yep.
Round 2 I played Cosmo and Brick game 1 and game 3. Well, game 3 he completely destroyed me with Master Restrict and Veiler, which I didn't play around. And in game 1, yeah, I broke completely. Game 3 was bye. Match 4 was against Sam, which was Rockstone, and match 5 was against Bang Abyss, which I won. And then top 4 was Magician and then Bang Abyss in the finals.
Okay. So which was your hardest then?
Well, the Cosmo matchup that I lost, I think, was probably the hardest one.
But was that just because of bricks, or do you?
That was more or less just because of Master Restrict, because I couldn't play a game.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Magician was pretty scary, I have to say. I made a couple of misplays, which mean I almost lost. But I got lucky with Karas draws.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was pretty much that.
Right. Do you have anything you want to say?
Shout outs to the Bazoo boys, and that's pretty much it. And shout outs to Joe for lending me the deck, and Sam for lending me the extra Karas, which meant I could actually play.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike's good deck. Have
you play it again?
Yeah. I think it's probably the best deck in the format. The Cosmo matchup, game 1 is just so free unless they get Cosmo Joe, because you can Stormforth their monsters and they just don't do anything. PP, no one here plays PP, so don't care. And yeah, Burning Abyss isn't scary because I main deck Caius, and Caius is basically just a free win. If you could see it. And yeah, I honestly can't think of any deck which properly I'm scared of.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for showing us your deck profile, and congratulations on getting first place. Hopefully we'll see you again.
Yep, that's the plan.